Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and in today's video we are going to do a story time on my breast reduction surgery. So if you want to hear my story, keep watching. So my surgery was February 22nd. So the night before, I am freaking out. I'm very scared, very nervous. I've never had surgery a day in my life, so I really didn't know what to expect. I've never been under anesthesia. I just didn't know what to expect. So basically, I'm going in blind. So I wake up. I had to be at the hospital by 5:30. I woke up around 4 o'clock. We all got dressed, and I had on these really cute leggings. And mind you, I wasn't thinking of, I'm gonna have to put these back on. I didn't think of that. I was like, these are so cute, I want to wear them. So here I am, looking cute, going to surgery. And yeah, so we get to surgery, we get to the hospital, I sign in, I'm getting ready. They call me back, they register me, and we go downstairs and we go into the pre-op. So I'm like, okay, like it's getting real. Oh my gosh. So normally when I'm really nervous, like my hands start sweating. So I had really sweaty hands, like, oh, it was so ugh. So David was with me, my two kids Maya and KJ were with me. So they're like, okay, you guys have to wait in the waiting room. She's going to get dressed, we'll get undressed, put on the gown, blah blah blah. So I go in the pre-op room, I'm sitting there, I'm looking crazy because I'm scared. At this point, I am scared. I see other people, they're getting ready. So my nurse comes in and she's like, okay, my name is, I don't remember. And she's like, all right, well, just go ahead and put these on. They measured my legs to see how big my legs were, to see what stockings they were gonna put on my legs for compression. And then she's like, okay, get dressed. And then so they give me the gown, they give me a robe to go over it. So I'm like, okay, here we go, we're doing it. So then she comes and she's like, all right, we're gonna start your IV. And now I'm freaking out because I'm like, I don't like, okay, so I have two kids. I don't like when they put it in your hand. They put it in your hand and it hurts really bad. And I'm like, can't you just put it in like my arm? And she's like, no, the hand, blah blah blah. So she goes and she puts it in my hand, and I'm like, how dare you? It hurt really bad. It hurts. So she puts the IV in, really sweet lady. Then the doctor that's working with my doctor, he comes in, he's like, hello, my name is Dr. such and such, I don't remember. And he's like, I'm gonna be helping Dr. Bowden today. So, so they're asking me, am I allergic to anything? Did I have any questions about anesthesia? I met my anesthesiologist, and he goes over, he's like, okay, we're gonna give you this medicine, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay. So where I got my surgery done, I actually work at the same hospital. So some of the people, I've seen them around and I've helped them. So at this point, I'm dressed, I have my IV in. I'm like, I need to see my babies, I need to see my boyfriend, I need my family. Can you go get them? So the nurse brings them in, and it's funny because the nurse who brings them in, I've actually helped her several times, and she's like, she was like, wait, you look for me? I'm like, yeah, I don't have on my glasses. She's like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, I didn't know that you were getting this done. She was like, I'm not gonna be your nurse today because they pulled me off to do something else. And I was like, dang, like, really sweet lady, really sweet. So she was super excited. So Maya and KJ comes in, and KJ's freaking out because, like, I'm connected to this thing, I have this thing in my hand, I have on the hairnet, the gown, and he's like freaking out. I give him a hug and kiss, I'm like, it's okay, blah blah blah. Then Maya comes in, I give her a hug and kiss, and she's like, literally, she's connected to me, and it's she was so scared, and I'm like, Maya, mommy's okay, everything's gonna go all right, don't worry. So then David comes and he gives me a kiss and he prays with me. We had a quick prayer and just told me how much he loves me. I love him. I'm very scared. He said everything's gonna be okay. Oh shoot, and I forgot, the doctor bulletin did come in. She did all my measurements. She lined me up. She measured from my sternum to my nipple. So at this point, they're like, all right, we're ready to wheel you out. Let's go. So as I'm going, you know, they're taking me out, I started singing R. Kelly remix to Ignition. So I'm like,
it's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in here wishing, sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk, so
the whole time, like, I'm literally like singing, having a good time. I'm ready. I'm ready at this point. I'm ready. I don't have a choice because, like, it's starting. So I really had no choice. So as she's wheeling me down, she's like, you know, you're gonna get these new boobs and it's gonna be great. She's like, don't you, you know, you're gonna have so much fun. She was like, don't you have no more kids? I was like, well, what's the point of having new boobs if you can't, you know, get something out of it? So we're laughing. So she brings me down the hallway to where I'm gonna have surgery. And she's like, okay, so we're gonna leave you here. She's like, you know, wish me good luck. She gave me a kiss on my cheek. Very, very sweet. I love her. And she's like, you know, it's gonna be all right. You know, I'm gonna come visit you when you get out, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, thank you so much. So I go in. Well, I'm still laying in the hallway. And then the anesthesiologist comes in. He's like, hello, my name is such and such. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is that you? You smell so good. You smell so good. What did you put on all this cologne for me? So I'm joking, and he's like, yes, actually I did. I put it on for you. I'm like, well, you stop it. And so we're all laughing, and so they wheel me in the OR, and they're like, okay, so we just need for you to scoot onto the table. So I'm like, okay. So I go and scoot on the table. I'm like, okay, well, let me tell you a joke, because I'm a comedian. So they're like, okay, tell us a joke. So I'm like, well, it was a black man, a Chinese man, and a white man. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, scratch that. I said, you know, I'm not feeling real funny right now. So I was like, let me sing to you. I'm a good singer. Let me sing to you. So they're like, okay, let go. Go ahead and sing. What you gonna sing? I said, I'm gonna sing Whitney Houston, I'm Always Love You. So they're like, okay. So I'm like, some start singing, you know, like, not really sing. I really know how to sing, but at this point I'm just joking. And I'm like, okay, and I finished it, like, oh, and they're clapping, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, now look, let me tell you something. If I go on American Idol, you guys better, you know, you better call my number. You better call for me so I can win. So we're all laughing, and that's all I remember. That's all I remember. I woke up, and I'm in the post-op, and I'm hooked up, and I look to my right, and my mom's there, and I just start crying. I start crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, like, where's Granny? So like, I'm crying for my grandmother at this point. I'm like, oh my God, Mom, like, where's Granny? You know, where is she? She's like, Stephanie, like, calm down. Like, I really started like freaking out. I started freaking out because I'm like, where's Granny? Where's David? Like, Mom, oh my God. So my mom's like, Steph, like, you gotta calm down. And after that, so I remember seeing my mom, and now I can't really remember what happened, but David did come in. He did come in with Granny, and he was recording, so I can only really remember from what he was recording. I do remember that the nurse that I had there was really mean. She was just really mean. I didn't like the way she was talking to me or to my family. I didn't like the way she was talking to me, and I'm just like, what is her issue? And I do remember telling David, I'm like, David, she's a mean lady, and the first thing he was like, did she do something to you? And I'm like, no, but she's just mean. So I do remember just being really hot, like really hot. I was really, really hot, and I couldn't understand why the hell it was so hot in there. So yeah, so I'm there, everyone's fanning me. I remember looking through the videos, I had, you know, cold compress on my head. All my friends came to see me and check on me. Man, I have some of the most amazing friends. Like, everyone's there. My brother was there, my work friends were there, my granny was there, my mom was there, my boyfriend was there. At this point, he took the kids to school, so the kids weren't there. But yeah, everyone was there. And just, man, my family is so amazing. So I just remember being in a lot. Well, at first I wasn't in pain, but then I started to get some pain started to come. So I remember the nurse giving me some medicine, and and my grandmother was like, so if you're sleepy, just go to sleep, while you have the medicine in you, just go to sleep, everything will be okay, just get some rest. So I just remember resting and being really hot. And I asked David, I'm like, well, are they big? And he's like, girl, no, you flat chested, girl, ain't nothing left. And I remember looking down like, oh my gosh, like they're like, wow. I couldn't believe how small they were, because I've never been this small, like, ever. I just always remember, me being really, really big. I just remember my chest always being big and never being so small. So when I saw like how small they were, man, I was just so happy and just so grateful, just very grateful, because my breasts have never been small. They've always been really big. I've always had issues. So just seeing them, this small was just, man, like, I look at them today and I'm just like I thank God every day, even with the complications that I had afterwards. If you didn't watch the previous video, I ended up, like, my post-op day 6, I ended up going to the ER. David took me to the ER because I wasn't able to breathe properly. Come to find out, I developed pneumonia, and one of my lungs had collapsed, and in my body, my oxygen level in my body was only at 52%. So, even through the complications of, having pneumonia, having the trouble breathing, I'm so happy and thankful for my doctor. Dr. Boning is amazing. I didn't think that I would be so emotional, but just being able to fit my clothes, I can fit my clothes differently. Going into the stores, I can fit size large shirts, and I've never been able to just go into a store and fit a regular large. It was always like, well, you got to get an extra large because your breasts are so big. Or even button down shirts, I always had to get an extra large or extra large because of the buttons. They would have that big gap, and I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful. I feel so much better. My body feels better. My shoulders feel better. I just feel better all around. And like I said, despite the complications that I did have, my breasts turned out amazing. They look so good. Like, they look so good. And I couldn't be happier with my results that I have today. I am still recovering. I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, and I'm very excited. She's going to take out the bottom stitches, and yeah, I'm really happy. I can't thank God enough. I can't thank my family enough, because that was definitely a very scary time in my life. I've never been hospitalized for anything other than, having my kids and having to be rushed to the hospital and taken through so many tests and x-rays and needles being, I've been stuck a bazillion times being put on oxygen. Like, I've never had that scare ever in my life. And I thank God for my family. My family was there. David was there. Oh my God, every day he was there in the hospital with me. He slept in the hospital with me every day. My friends were there to take my kids to school. Keisha was there to take my kids, my grandmother, my mom. Like, I have an amazing support system, and I don't know what I would do without him. And I definitely don't know what I would do without David. He has definitely been my everything in this process. Anything I need at my beck and call, you know, sleepless nights that he's gotten, you know. So I'm just very thankful for him. I'm very thankful for my family and my friends. My friends came and checked up on me while I was in the hospital, while they were supposed to be working, mind you. And just, man, I just have a great support system, and I'm very happy. I can't wait to put on my new bathing suit I bought. I can't wait to put on my new clothes. Like, I have on this new jacket from Forever 21, and it's extra large, because it's a jean jacket. I know, like, when you wash it and stuff, but I'm just really happy. I'm really happy, and along with my new breast is gonna come, I'm gonna start working out more and losing my weight, and it's just gonna be amazing. So I'm just extremely happy. I've never been so happy in my life. I didn't mean to cry, but it's definitely very emotional, because, you know, it's just been so long since I've been truly happy and been able to enjoy life. That is all. You guys have made me cry. Shame on you. But these are definitely tears of joy, and I'm very happy. So yeah, I'm very happy. So that is all for my story time. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I have great things coming out. I have a couple of makeup tutorial. Well, I have a makeup tutorial coming out. If you want to see this makeup tutorial, super easy actually, and I'm really digging it. I love the way my eyes came out. I used a Carly Bible palette. Yeah, so if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Let me know what videos you want to see. If you do want to see this makeup look, leave a comment down below. Let me know. And that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the continued support on my channel and all the great feedback. And that's it. Thanks, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.